I do want us to thank the incredible staff here at the Chase Park Plaza. Could we thank them for the beautiful service? I'm the kind of woman that I want to know who is serving me. I asked a lot of questions of everyone around. Everybody has a story for sure. And our server is Tina Marie. Yes, Tina Marie. Tina Marie. Where are you, Tina Marie? Tina Marie Mukunda. There she is. Now, I don't know if your server was as good as my server. Probably not, but she's the best in the room, I would say. Tina Marie is Haitian and African American, and she is an incredible young lady doing wonderful work. It takes a great deal to serve. Would you not agree? It takes a special person to serve and serve well. So thank you, Tina Marie. Thank you to the staff here. Wonderful food. Thank you for the wine, Hispanic Chamber. I like a good glass of wine. Yes, I do. So I have a challenge for you this evening before we bring our keynote speaker and then move on with our awards. For me, that sound is like visiting my husband in St. Lucia in the U.S. Virgin Islands, visiting my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law. It's like sitting on the beach, watching the ocean, not a care in the world, and I am just quiet. If you know anything about me at all, that is not a part of my DNA to be quiet. Just to sit and say nothing. Just to listen to the ocean. It does something to your spirit, doesn't it? Just to be quiet and sit and absorb the beauty that is around you. The challenge tonight is to do that while our speaker is coming. Just to sit and absorb what he has to say. So I want each table to appoint a table captain. Pick someone out. You know who it is already. The most talkative, the greatest storyteller. They're patting him on the back. He's the table captain. Now, you've already done it. So all the table captains, I need your attention. All the table captains. You have a job to do for the next, how long? 10 minutes? 15? 15? You have a job, table captains, for 15 minutes. And it is to keep your table quiet. Table captains, especially those of you in the back of the room near the bar, you have a job to do. And I just might bless you with a gift. My husband knows I have a vast gift closet. I should use the term closets. I just buy things because I know someone's going to love this. And now that I am a senior producer and host at 9 PBS, isn't it a beautiful thing? It's a beautiful thing. Let me stop and just honor my president and CEO, the first woman to lead 9 PBS, Amy Shaw, is in the house. Amy, where are you? Yes. Amy hired me for years. Amy and I would circle each other at events, and I would say, I would like to work with you. And she would say, I would like you to work with me. And we would see each other for years, and we had no idea if it would ever come to pass. And look what God did. He made it come to pass. I retired from KMOX in May, and in August, I started working for Amy Shaw and Aja Williams, our Senior Vice President of Content at 9 PBS. My husband called me a couple of weeks ago, and he was laughing, and he said, you sound so relaxed. Because 9 PBS is one of the top places for women to work in this region, and she is the reason, Amy Shaw. And I know that 2 members of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce are on the 9 PBS board. And I will tell you, you will be among the first to know that my new podcast, which will debut the first week of November, the title of that, you will be among the first to know the title of that podcast. Would you like to know? I love it. I love it. This is like, do you want to know what I bought you? It is called Listen St. Louis with Carol Daniel. And we are going to answer the question, how did we get here? What's holding us back? What must we do to move forward? And by we, I mean the Black and brown community, the marginalized, the Hispanics in this community, African Americans in this community. How did we get here? The good and the bad. How did we get here? And what must we do to move forward? And so you will hear, I know, from someone, a leader in the Hispanic community on that podcast, because we are going to talk about what is going on in our community and how do we change the narrative? How do we change the story that we tell ourselves about ourselves? Amy Shaw is leading us to a bold vision about this region, a vision that says, I belong, I can make it, I am valuable, and that's what the podcast will focus on. So I am so excited that there are many in this room that I've spoken to tonight already that will be a part of that podcast. Amy Hunter with Calera Shoes is here. She will be on the podcast. She is a master in diversity, equity, and inclusion. And so do stay tuned. 9pbs.org is the website. That's where you will find all the information you need. So back to my table, captains. Are you willing to take the job that has been described for you? Signify by saying yes. Table captains have been assigned. They're going to keep their tables quiet as we sit and receive our incredible keynote speaker. He is Mr. Luciano Salvatierra, Senior Vice President of Renewable Fuels for Bunge. Luciano is an executive who has been a driving force behind Bunge's advancements in the renewable fuels industry, serving as Senior Vice President of Renewable Fuels at Bunge since January of 2021. He is a visionary leader, steering the company's global strategy on renewable fuels feedstocks. His expertise extends to overseeing vital relationships with prominent energy companies, a role that has been pivotal in shaping Bunge's footprint in the renewable energy sector. In addition to his primary role, Mr. Salvatierra holds a significant position on the board of Bunge Chevron Ag Renewables, a remarkable joint venture between Bunge and Chevron. His journey with Bunge began in 2004 when he joined as a strategic and business planning manager, taking on the role of risk manager for Bunge's Brazilian fertilizer business. With over 2 decades of dedication and exceptional contributions to the company, he has served at various leadership levels and board roles. Notably, he has held the position. Honey, can you turn my phone? This podium is super dark. I'm trying my best to read, but I cannot see. I ask for light. Thank you, sweetheart. Ain't he handsome? Look at that man. 29 years, honey. 29, that's what 29 years of marriage looks like. Oh, I love me some him. Even though we argued 2 days ago, that's how marriage is. You argue, you go out to a gala, you continue talking. That's how it works. You just keep on pushing forward. Because what does Adelante mean? Forward. Oh, isn't that beautiful how I connected that? Oh, Lord, let there be light. All right, Luciano, I'm so sorry. Okay. All right, various leadership and board roles. He has held the position of Chief Financial Officer for Bunge Norteamérica and Senior Vice President of Financial Planning and Analysis, where his financial acumen and strategic insights played a pivotal role in the company's growth and success. Luciano is deeply committed to community welfare. From 2019 to 2022, he generously shared his expertise and passion for making a positive impact by serving on the board of the St. Louis Area Food Bank, exemplifying his dedication to causes beyond the boardroom. Would you please put your hands together for our guest speaker tonight, Mr. Luciano Salvatierra. Come on, you can do better than that, yes. Here we go. Board captains, do your job.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining me here tonight. That was a little bit of an exaggeration, and I'm not going to talk about my career. It is a profound honor to stand before you as we gather to celebrate our vibrant Latin community of St. Louis. Tonight we come together to acknowledge the extraordinary contributions of our Latin brothers and sisters, to reveal their rich culture and to discuss the transformative power of energizing ourselves and our community. As the keynote speaker, I'm truly honored to be here among individuals who epitomize the spirit of energy, passion, and resilience. I wish to begin by expressing my deep gratitude to the President and CEO of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Marta Garcia Company, and my dear friend Fernanda Estrada for bringing me this remarkable opportunity. I cannot proceed without acknowledging and thanking the person who has been my rock, my guiding light throughout the years, my beloved wife, Leticia, who graces us with her presence here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share my personal journey today. My name is Luciano Salvatierra. I'm a father of two beautiful kids, Julia and Gustavo. I'm married to a wonderful wife, Leticia, and like many of you, I come from humble beginnings. My parents were born in the modest cities in Brazil, far from cultural opportunities and cultural centers. For them, perseverance and dedication to education were the sole avenues to break the cycle of hardship that held our family back for generations. Thankfully, my parents made great sacrifices to ensure my brothers and I had access to quality education. We were the first generation in our family to be granted this privilege. And we knew we had to honor their sacrifices by excelling in our chosen careers. Me and my brothers all successfully earned degrees in engineering, fulfilling our parents' dream for a brighter future. As I stand before you today, I'm reminded of my own humble origins, just like many of you in the audience. My family's background, where opportunities weren't always readily available and success wasn't guaranteed, is not a unique situation among Western countries. But it's these very beginnings that have shaped my journey and fueled my passion for moving forward. I understand the challenges and obstacles many of us face and continue to face. I know what it's like to dream big while navigating a world that may not always acknowledge your potential. I indeed have experienced since younger age discrimination, and mockery towards my origins and accents. And this often also happens within our own communities due to social and economic disparities. But let me tell you, my friends, our humble beginnings don't define us. They serve as a foundation upon which we can build a future filled with resilience, determination, and success. As I said, me and my siblings are all engineers. It took me 6 long years of dedication and relentless hard work until I proudly obtained my degree in mechanical engineering. However, just like many, I initially embarked on my professional career without a clear sense of purpose and direction. The late 90s job market in Brazil was very challenging, and I found myself among hundreds of thousands of young professionals striving to make their mark. A few months after searching, I was fortunate enough to find a job. The subsequent years were no different, demanding sacrifices and effort. The grind to continuously excel and evolve in my profession was only made possible through the unconditional support, care, and companionship of my beloved wife. And despite the countless times I felt I was being overlooked on promotions due to where I had come from, I simply refused to accept that there were limitations to where I could achieve. I was determined to carry the journey my parents had initiated long ago. In the early years of starting life as a couple, my wife and I would dedicate 16 hours of work per day, trying to become the very best versions of ourselves in our field. And yes, there were times that we felt and pondered whether we were just trapped on an endless hamster wheel. Deep down, we both knew that the world held far greater opportunities that we were currently experiencing. But we had to be patient. We had to have faith. Our time would come, and it did. In 2010, our breakthrough finally arrived, presenting us with a remarkable opportunity. After years of dedication, I was offered a prestigious position at a Bunge headquarters in the city of New York. In a matter of days, we bid farewell to everything that had taken years for us to build in Brazil and embarked on a thrilling new adventure. We embraced the challenges of starting afresh in a foreign land, fully embracing the American dream of building a family and owning a home. On the professional front, I was finally on the path of attaining the job I had always aspired to get. It felt as though life couldn't possibly get any better. But life, my friends, is complex. Life is often compared to a road, a straight path leading from one destination to another. However, I challenge that notion. Life is not a road. Life is a maze. Life is a labyrinth, filled with twists and turns, unexpected dead ends, and hidden opportunities. And it is in navigating that maze that we truly discover who we are and what we're capable of. After a few years living in New York City, as I reached what I believe to be the peak of my career, I came to a realization that left me unfulfilled. Something was missing. I was still working without a purpose. Upon deep reflection, I discovered that my true passion lies in supporting, helping, and guiding my colleagues. And unfortunately, my current job, despite of its relevance, provided me limited opportunities for me to embrace leadership and have a positive impact in other lives. I crave to utilize my empathy and leadership so I could energize and empower those around me. That was where my true happiness resided. But I couldn't achieve that, not from that role. Additionally, and most important, my family was also struggling. In the cold weather of New York, we felt socially isolated. Disconnected from our Latin community, we longed for a support system and a sense of belonging. One day, I mustered the courage to approach my boss and express my discontent with the job I had dreamed for years. I explained my desire to focus on supporting and nurturing the career growth of my colleagues, and also emphasize the significance of being part of the Latin community to my family. No matter the consequences, I was determined not to settle on a dead end of unhappiness. To my surprise, I was asked to relocate to Mexico and assume a finance leadership role, integrating and onboarding 150 colleagues that had been recently acquired by Bunge. Mexico became our home, where we finally found a sense of community and belonging. In Mexico, I had the privilege to working with some of the most brilliant and hardworking professionals I've ever met, some of which are in the crowd here today. All possessing an immense kindness and humility. Furthermore, I came to realize that my own individual success meant very little in comparison to the accomplishments of my team and the impact we could do and make on our community. 2017 was a very special year for us in Mexico. To have witnessed and have participated on the reconstruction of our community in the aftermath of the earthquakes of that year changed our lives forever. We created bonds that are unbreakable. We are once again embraced. And in addition to our Brazilian blood, we became Mexicans at heart. My friends, as we navigate the maze of life, we must remember that it's not about reaching the end. It's about embracing the journey, learning from our experiences and cherishing the connections that we make along the way. It's about celebrating the diversity that surrounds us and recognizing that our differences are what makes us stronger. Just like the Latin community of St. Louis, we all encounter obstacles along our journey. These obstacles may be personal, may be professional or societal. They may stem from discrimination, inequality, or the complexities of life. However, it's crucial to remember these obstacles do not define us. They are challenges that we, together, must confront head-on with determination and resilience. We had spent the most wonderful 4 years of our lives in Mexico before I was called back to the US in 2018. This time, even in a bigger role, I was now responsible for all finance and administrative roles for Mexico, Canada, and US. It was a time for another beginning, this time in St. Louis. My family and I were determined on making St. Louis our home. And so as quickly as possible, we engaged with the Latin community and sought to find our extended family that we had missed the first time we lived in the US. We immediately got involved with organizations like the St. Louis Food Bank and the St. Louis International Spouse Group, wanting to make a meaningful impact to the broader St. Louis community as well. As members of the Latin community, we felt we had a unique responsibility to support and uplift one another. Our collective strength lies in our unity, our shared experiences, our unwavering determination to overcome any obstacle that comes our way. Energizing others starts with recognizing the potential within each individual. We must see beyond the surface and acknowledge the unique talents, skills, and dreams that reside within our community. By encouraging and empowering others to pursue their passions, we can ignite a fire within them and propel them towards success. Let us be catalysts that inspire others to believe in themselves and in their abilities. Uplifting others require us to be compassionate and empathetic. We must be willing to lend a helping hand, offer guidance and provide support to those who may be facing challenges. Our community is strongest when we lift each other's up, when we celebrate each other's victories, and when we stand together in times of adversity. Let us create a culture of support and encouragement where no one is left behind. My friends, brothers and sisters, our city is not just a place in the map. It's an energetic community, brimming with diverse cultures, a rich history, and endless possibility. It's our home, where our dreams take root and where we hold the power to make a lasting impact. Today, I stand before you to ignite a fire within each and every one of you, urging you to embrace your role in energizing St. Louis. Together, we can create a brighter, a more prosperous city for us all. In recognizing the immense potential of St. Louis, I am honored to have been a part of the journey that brought Bunge's global headquarters from New York to our beloved city in 2019. After careful consideration, we chose St. Louis to host one of the world's largest agribusiness companies, welcoming nearly 200 families from various countries into our community. Bunge is a global agricultural company with a remarkable story spanning over 200 years. In addition to our focus on food, we have made significant investments to support the growth of renewable fuels. As a Senior Vice President of Renewable Fuels, it's my responsibility to guide Bunge's global strategy in addressing one of the most pressing challenges we face: finding sustainable and environmentally friendly alternatives to fossil fuels. As a responsible corporate citizen, we recognize the importance of reducing greenhouse gas emissions and mitigating the impacts of climate change. Through our biofuel divisions, we are committed to promoting the use of renewable energy sources and contributing to a more sustainable future. I have finally found my purpose. I have finally found my community. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude my speech, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, giving me the incredible opportunity to be your keynote speaker tonight. It's truly an honor to stand before such a distinguished audience and address our Latin community. The Hispanic Chamber of Commerce has been a pillar of support and advocacy for our Latin community, promoting economic growth, entrepreneurship, and cultural exchange. Your dedication on empowering business and individuals within our Latin community is commendable. And I'm truly grateful for the work you do. I also would like to extend my gratitude to all HCC staff of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and volunteers. Those who have worked tirelessly to make this event a success. Your commitment to fostering a vibrant and inclusive community is truly inspiring. Lastly, I want to thank each and every one of you, the attendees, for being here tonight. Starting from humble beginnings, years of hard work and sacrifices, facing a complex life and enjoying the journey, finding your purpose and uplifting or significant others is not my story. It's the story of everyone in this event. Your presence signifies your support for the Latin community and your belief in the power of unity and collaboration. Together, we can create a St. Louis that embraces diversity, celebrates culture, and provides equal opportunities for all. Thank you again, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, for this incredible opportunity. It's been an honor to address you all tonight. Let us continue to work together, uplift one another, and energize St. Louis. Thank you.
Can we thank Luciano one more time for his transparency, for his inspiring words, and truly, if you did not catch it, that was a call to action. That was absolutely a call to action. And I, for one, am ready to stand with you as we create a culture in St. Louis, create the St. Louis that we want, that we know we can have. Thank you so much.